I am an apprentice with Total Life Changes. I started the business February of 2019. And the reason why I started the business is because when I tried the also detox tea, the detox tea actually says that you can lose 5 pounds in 5 days, and I absolutely did, and I was sold, and I have just been loving the products ever since. So without further ado, don't want to take up much of your time, but I do want to bring on my sponsors, Joe and Angela Jackson out of Colfax, North Carolina, so that they can bring you some further information. Take it away, Joe and Angela.
Thank you, Deirdre. Good afternoon, everyone. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and we are all here together. As Dee said earlier in the call, there's a time when we all be in the same building, experiencing the same thing and listen to the same information, and now we get to do this from our respective homes. So welcome, welcome, welcome to this VIP event. We're so excited that you're here. And just know that you'll be hearing some testimonies. You'll be actually getting to hear about the different products that we offer and what they do. We'll also talk about some type of income opportunities. So get ready. We're going to take just a minute and we're going to actually put up a poll. And I think this is very important that we do this. There's a poll that's about to pop up on the screen. If you just screen, I want you to see this. And while we're waiting for the poll to pop up, I'm Joe Jackson, as Dee said, and this is Angela Jackson. We're directors in Total Life Changes. 2018, and we were looking for home-based opportunities. We're both in the financial services industry, and we're looking for something like a side gig, if you will. And we talked to LaShawn Williamson and said, your faith is in our mind. We want to know, what are you guys doing? What's out there? What are the opportunities? And it's a bag of tea. The rest is history. We have a lot to share, a lot of things, and we really got more than we were bargaining for. Is the survey popping up? Can everyone see the survey yet? Okay, well, I'll keep talking while the survey's coming up. But just so you know, there it is. There's the survey. So if you will, just take a few minutes and click on, those of you that can see the screen, go ahead and take us a 4-question survey. Go ahead and take that survey, answer those questions, and I'm going to keep talking while you're doing that. One of the things that we were looking for, of course, was additional income for our household. Who knew? And as you all know, through time, eyesight doesn't get better. It's a natural thing for your eyesight to worsen through the years. And in my particular case, when I went for my exam, the doctor's going through the process, and she said, Mr. Jackson, your eyesight is better. What are you doing? And of course, that was my time to tell her about the amazing stars that we have at Total Life Changes. And so as a result, I get to see a little bit better as a result of taking these products. And then I've got this beautiful woman right here. Angela, you give your testimony about our amazing products.
Well, guys, you know, it's been a long journey for me. I worked out, I cut back on the pork and the red meats, I cut back on the salt, I stopped eating sweets, and I drank the water, you know, and the weight would just not go away. It was not until I was introduced to the Total Life Changes products that the weight began to come off. I used the ISOT, which is now also made infused with hemp, with even more benefits. I used our flagship product, the NutriBurst, as well as a delicious coffee. For you connoisseurs out there, Delgada coffee. It is so delicious, a wonderful treat. With the consistency of using these products, I was able to lose 25 pounds. And I was able to get my weight back down to where I was before having children.
She got that schoolgirl waistline back.
So with more energy and being able to rest well at night, being able to function and, you know, throughout the day with mental clarity, I am feeling like I got my life back. So as a result, I'm excited, I'm wonderful about it, about the change that we have made, and the business opportunity that LaShawn and Avery Williamson brought to us. And I'm just excited about Total Life Changes. It's a wonderful, wonderful business. Now, I would like to introduce to you a director out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. She is a walking miracle of the Total Life Changes products. Her name is Renee Summers. Renee?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
All right, great, fantastic. Well, I hope everybody's having a great afternoon so far. Although we are inside, that's okay. The sun is shining outside. But just to tell you a little quick testimony about me, you see my pictures there, my before and after. Actually, it was in September of 2000. I was diagnosed with a medical muscle disease. It's called polymyositis, inflammation of the muscles. And one of the things that the doctor assigned to me was a large dosage of steroids. Well, if anybody out there has any experience with steroids, steroids is a beast to your body. It makes you retain a lot of water. It also makes you gain a lot of weight. I was taking 40 milligrams a day. That's a lot. And so after time, you know, at that time I was in my 30s, time progressed on. I'm not 30 now, but anyhow, that time I was probably about 39. And then as time progressed, I gained a lot of weight, couldn't lose it. Seeing a post, you can lose 5 pounds in 5 days. I remember laughing, saying, if I lose 5 pounds, I'll tell everybody. Well, I want you to know, bringing it fast forward to today, I have lost 35 pounds. I have maintained that for over 2.5 years. Have not, and let me tell you something, I'm different from a lot of you out there is because even though I feel better, my muscles are much stronger. I had not driven a car for over 4 years due to my weakness of my muscles. I want you guys to know that I had started back driving my car again. So that's amazing in itself. Yeah, that's just amazing in itself. It's giving me my life back. If you look at my before and afters, you can see a lot of aging had went on the other side. My grandson at the time, when he looked at those pictures, I would say, where's your grandma? He would say, on the right side, that's mama's. I said, who is it on the left? He said, I don't know, it's a lady. So he's 4, he didn't even recognize the difference. So that tells you how dramatic it was. But to fast forward to where I am today, I'm super excited. I am a director here. I love the products. And I'll be honest with you, I love making money because I do make some money. I really do. So I love it. Without further delay, I want you to hear the other testimonies of how these products have changed people's lives. And with no further ado, I'm going to introduce to you a lady. Her name is Chetty Martin. And Chetty is in the city. Actually, she's originally from Harrisburg, North Carolina. And Chetty, I want you to take it away right now and tell your testimony.
All right, thank you so much, Renee. Hello, everyone. I just wanted to come up here and briefly share with you my testimony of the Total Life Changes products. As you can see before you on the screen, I had problems with my hair, where my hair was brittle, falling out, and one reason was it was also due to I have hypothyroidism, and I was on also medications for my blood pressure. So that made my hair thin and started breaking off. And of course, I was at that time too wearing a lot of weaves and had a perm in my hair. And ladies, as you know, we don't like our hair out of place. And that was one thing with me. But I had developed a bald spot in my hair, in the middle of my head, as you can see. But I was introduced to these products and I started using HSN along with the Infinity Drops, the NutriBurst, and our ISOT. And my hair started growing back. And the thing is, even the patch in the middle of my head, which I had no hair there for over 10 years, that is now growing back. And I am so excited. I don't wear any more wigs. I don't wear any weaves. All of this now is natural. And I'm just excited about these products and how it has changed my life. Because I felt myself too when losing my hair, going into a depression. Didn't even realize that I was depressed. So one day my husband just shaved my head and I was bald. And during that time I was wearing wigs until my hair started growing back. And June of last year, I took that wig off and this is what I have today. And I'm just so excited about Total Life Changes. Back to you, Renee.
Fantastic. You looking great too, girl. Now we're going to bring another person on board. We're going to bring a gentleman up. His name is Nate Davis. He is actually where my son is right now. He's originally from Concord, North Carolina. Go ahead, Nate. Tell him your story.
Thank you, Renee, for that introduction. Yes, my name is Nathan Davis. I'm from Concord, North Carolina, and prior to coming to the business, I have taken on a very challenging role within the bank, and I also was doing other things. Had another part-time job, so I was kind of stressed out, learning a new job and everything. And I went in December of 2018, right before I joined the business. I realized they told me that my cholesterol was higher than normal, and my blood pressure was higher than normal. And so instead of me going to the doctor, I sought out the all natural approaches. And so when I came into the business, I was already taking the tea. I lost 7 pounds in the first week, and also was taking the NutriBurst. But also I was taking, at the time I had suggested to take chaga, and I was taking Ghana. It was in this bottle like this. I started taking it every day in Ghana, and over time, in the month of June of that year, 2019, my blood pressure was normal. It was actually below the normal thread as far as the numbers. And not only that, after I took the products and stuff, I continued to take it because I still had to go evaluate to see if my cholesterol was normal. So at the beginning of this year in February, so I took my annual exam for my insurance with the company. Not only my blood pressure was normal, but my cholesterol levels was the best I ever had. And so everything is back to normal, and I'm just thankful for these products and how these products are making me feel, sleeping better, having more energy. I'm more productive at work. And so I'm just so grateful for these products and how they have benefited me. Thank you, Renee. It's back to you.
Excellent. Thank you. So you see now, this ain't just for ladies, people. This is for gentlemen too. Men are changing their lives as well. Thank you, Nate, for that great testimony. And now we're going to hear another lady. She is actually located originally from Whitsett, North Carolina. Her name is Keisha Little. Keisha, go ahead and let us hear what you got to say.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you all so much for joining us. I am a total life changer, and my husband is here with me as well. His name is Kerry Little. We have been in this business since February of 2015, so we just celebrated our 5-year anniversary in Total Life Changes, and we're so excited. I'm gonna tell you the truth. When I first joined this business, I didn't know what I had in my hand, so I sat on it. But I did try this amazing IOSA tea. And
Yes,
when
sir.
it says it helps you to lose 5 pounds in 5 days, it did just that. And so when I came into the business, they actually ran out of the tea. It was so good. People were buying it all over the country. It was sold out. So my wonderful sponsor, LaShawn Williamson, she said, well, Keisha, you know, we do more than just tea. And I was like, okay, well, let me see what else you got. So she put me on the NutriBurst. I'm telling y'all, when we got a hold of this NutriBurst, my life started to change. I lost 20 pounds in just a few months. My whole family got on the products. Both of my sons take it.
That's right.
I was going to show you a picture here of, let me share the screen real quick because I'm trying to control this and talk to y'all at the same time. So give me just a minute. All right, so our whole family takes this product. This product helps us with not only energy levels, but it helps us with detoxifying our bodies. It helps us with hair growth. It helped me to regulate my heart, my blood pressure. As you can see there in the top left corner of that picture on the screen, that was me in the hospital in November of last year. This was the day before Thanksgiving. I was in the hospital because my heart rate had gone up. See, I'm a thyroid cancer survivor. I was diagnosed in 2007, had 2 surgeries, one in 2008 and 2009. And since then, it has been a struggle to find a balance in my body. Like Chetty, I had hypothyroidism, in addition to high blood pressure, in addition to being pre-diabetic, in addition to losing hair. So I've had to deal with literally almost everything, muscle pain, joint pain, but these products have helped my body to regulate. I went from having a blood pressure of 172 over 111 to now down to 139 over 93, and it stays about around that, which is still a little elevated, but I'm incorporating this NRG right here. This NRG helps me with getting energy to get out, to exercise more, and when I use the NRG, it helps me to feel energized so that I can get out there, do my workouts, and really start to see the weight fall off. So I'm going to turn it back over to you, Renee. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share with you guys today.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much, Keisha, for that awesome testimony and that beautiful family you showed us. Next, we have a lady that I am super excited to introduce because she is actually joined with me. And so she's now my business partner, and her name is Phyllis Wright. She's out of Washington, DC area. Phyllis, are you ready to take over and tell your testimony?
Yes, thanks, Renee. Actually, I got introduced to the business back in, I guess it was probably November of last year. So earlier last year, I started losing weight, and actually it come to a plateau. And Renee introduced me to the business. I actually got it through my alumni association. I saw it on our Ladies of A&T site. You want to lose 5 pounds in 5 days, because I know I was at a plateau. And so I said, sure. So I got introduced to the product, and no kidding, in 5 days, I lost 5 pounds. And I was like, wow, okay, so this is going to maybe jumpstart my weight loss again. And so I started using the product, and it was ISOT is the first thing that I started. And so Renee says, well, Phyllis, you want to try some other products? And I was like, sure, let me see what else you got. So then I started looking at the ISO. I mean, in addition to the tea, I started using the NutriThirst. And the NutriThirst is just an awesome product. Then I started getting more energy. And then she says, why don't you look at all the other products, and have you ever thought about doing the business? And I was like, let me take a look at it. Next thing I know, she said, you ready? I said, yeah, I'm ready. And so in addition, I'm able to make some additional money, more than I actually thought that I could make. But the reason that I really wanted to be a partner in Total Life Changes is because I believe in the product. And as a result, since I've been doing it for the last four months, I've lost an additional 25, close to 30 pounds. I feel great, and I have a lot of energy. Back to you, Renee.
Fantastic, and you looking good, girl. All right, well, now I'm getting ready to introduce these superstars. All of us on here are overwhelmed by this couple. I was introduced to this lady and this gentleman from actually one of my church members. And he told me when I joined the business, he said, there's one lady I want you to really, I think you would just really like. And I said, okay, fine, shoot it to me. And she gave me a call that day, and my life has never been the same. She's actually became like a sister to me. And it's bigger than a business. I mean, she is a sister to me. And I love her dearly. And her name is LaShawn Williamson, and her wonderful husband's name is Avery. Now, I love her dearly, but I have to say this just for a laugh. Me and him are a little rivalry, though, because he is a Redskins fan and I am a Dallas Cowboys. So even though, since he's married to LaShawn, I guess I have to love him too, okay? So, with no further ado, I want to introduce you, Avery and LaShawn Williamson out of Greensboro. Go ahead and take it away, my regional leaders.
Welcome, everyone. We are super excited to see all of you. I saw Nathan say, go Cowboys. We're not getting into that today, guys, because then we'll have to talk about those Eagles versus the Aggies and go all there. So We won't. We Spartan spirit and all that kind of stuff. And
And you
bells and see, okay, no, we're not going there, guys. But thank you for joining us today. We are so excited that we can be with you in the safety of your home. We had no idea when we planned this event about probably 2 months ago that we would be facing COVID-19. And I tell you, so many great things have been happening because of this wonderful company that we are a part of. And for those of you who have been invited today, you're here because someone thinks a whole lot about you. I think that TLC may be, and our goal is not to keep it a secret very long. And that's why we invited you to be here. Avery and I joined the business in 2014. And the company really launched in the US market with a intentional thrust in December of 2013. You'll be happy most likely to know that this is a homegrown business right out of the USA. But when it started in 1999, basically the company took off growth in the international market, in the Latino community and Latin America, and had great success and grew there, for over 13 years. And when it came to the US land, USA, the mainland, our guests are going to tell you more fully what happened, but the main thing is it was the right time for it to be here, and the right people were in place to get it moving so that it could get into the hands and homes of everyone we possibly could reach. So Avery and I are super excited. We are regional directors with this company. We'll be celebrating our 6th year this coming August. And we have just experienced some phenomenal growth as individuals. We've experienced some wonderful wealth. We've been able to do some things for our family that we were not able to do before. And that has been a financial blessing to us. And then we're in the best health that we've ever been in. And my husband, in his own right, ladies, you probably can relate. It's looked like they could just look at the bottle and shrink. It doesn't quite work that way for us. But I will say that, through the use of the products, I have been able to lose over 20 pounds. And I feel better than I ever have felt before. Now, my husband, it's very obvious that he is just trimming on down. I think we may have some pictures of when he was at my daughter's graduation. She graduated from High Point University. And you see there, I think on your screen, this was in 2014. That's the year we joined TLC. And now you're looking at a picture of my husband that I took of him today when he was officiating a wedding in the park. Believe it or not, people still getting married during COVID, right? But this is him today. So just talk a little bit about your success as well, honey.
Well, to be honest with you, when we first got involved with this business, I was a little skeptical. We had been in other network marketing, direct sales ventures, and had some success, had some failures. And so when my wife approached me about getting into the business, I was like, well, you know that song, It's Your Thing, do what you want to do. That was my mentality. It's your thing, baby. Do what you want to do. It's all, it's all on you, And so, but when she started ordering product, she went through the catalog. And I'm going to have to bring this up because I don't think it's going to be brought on this call. So I'm going to have to go ahead and do this, okay? So she was talking about, well, Avery, what should I order? I said, well, get the tea, get whatever you want. She said, well, they got this product and it's called Strike Up. This product right here changed the say it worked. It was marvelous experience. And because of that, at the time I was weighing 235 pounds. I'm down to, my lowest weight was 202. I gained about 3 pounds because of COVID. I've been eating Oreos on the sly. My fault, sorry y'all. But chocolate covered Oreos, vanilla Oreos, I didn't buy any today. I held off today. I was gonna get some cookies though. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I've really been in the best health of my life with the NutriBurst, the NRG, the Slim AM, the Slim PM. Because the products, because they, what's going on?
I'm looking for my tea bag.
Are you looking for your tea bag? I bought the tea. I'm sorry. But anyway, I've been in the best health of my life, guys. I was pre-hypertension, pre-diabetic. Now, my doctor told me, hey, you got to get around 200 pounds, and I'm almost there. So today I ran 6 miles, officiated a wedding. Tomorrow we're going to do about 7. So it is really, this company has really been a blessing to my health. I'm 55 years old, and I'm in one of the healthiest seasons of my life. So there you go.
Awesome. And guys, I tell you, this company is amazing because we're more than just, some people have known us as the tea company because that's what we got started with TLC, although they always have had more products. Everybody's focus was the tea because you drop 5 pounds in 5 days. That's what our motto is. I personally dropped 6 pounds in 5 days when I first used it. But we have so many other great products that are changing lives. You heard people talk about their high blood pressure, their cholesterol. You heard people talking about their vision improving, people having more energy, diseases. Heard people talk about the weight loss that they've experienced. You've heard people talk about the hair growth they've experienced. Company, and we are a health and wellness company that focuses on what you need from the bedroom to the bathroom, to sum it all up, okay, and everywhere else in between. And so we're so excited to be backed by a company that has years of experience to bringing the absolute best products to market. And I do know that we took a poll from you guys, and we can see that, majority of you are interested, most likely, in losing weight. Most of you have detoxed, and that's great, but there is a percentage of you who haven't. Most of you eat a pretty, well, let's see, most of you sometimes eat a balanced daily diet. And I get that. That's why your multivitamins are so important. And it looks like, to me, majority of you are interested in earning additional income. So that's great information to know. And what we want to do right now is to introduce you to a couple that can help share some information that I feel is going to be valuable to you. Things that, if we have to mute somebody, just understand you can unmute yourself. One of the things that we realize is that in this day and age, okay, so I think we're back. Dexter and Tony. So we are really excited to be able to introduce this phenomenal couple to you out of the wonderful city of Wake Forest, North Carolina, guys. I'm telling you what, when you hear from them, you're going to know that your life has been upgraded. They are better known as the upgraders. And when they share, you will understand why. They have a phenomenal story that can resonate from anyone who has ever climbed to the top and had to drop right back rock bottom. And their resilience is just amazing. Their tenacity for going for more and getting out of their own way. I mean, I don't even know what to say. They are $1 million earners with this company, Total Life Changes. And they know 100% of the facts about this business. And I am about to turn things over to them because they are who we are highlighting today.
Yes.
And we are just so excited to have you, Dexter and Tanya, to be with us, and all 30 of us who are up here right now, just super excited. And what's going to happen is after they share their information, we don't want you to leave because we're going into break rooms with the person who invited you to be here. So if you get a chat from me as they're talking to say who invited you, Just know I'm asking that so that I can assign you to the break room that you're going to be going to right after they finish their presentation. After they finish their presentation, you'll go to the break room for a few minutes, and then we will come back together and close out. So listen, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead. I believe I've already given co-host controls to them. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome with me this dynamic couple, Dexter and Tony Scott, ambassadors with Total Life Changes. Go ahead, guys.
Yeah. Well, hello, good afternoon. How are you? So you guys hear us okay? Thumbs up?
Yes.
Thumbs up.
All right.
Wonderful.
Dynamic. So, hey, good afternoon, everyone. Tanya and I are honored to be here with you. We're honored to be here with Avery and LaShawn Williamson. They are phenomenal leaders. We've known them for a while, and we learn from you guys.
Absolutely.
So thank you all for being who you are, and to all of you that are watching, thank you so much for being here. So Tanya and I, we're just going to be who we are, and we consider ourselves to be like your neighbors, the people that you see at the grocery store, at church. We're just down home people who found out about an opportunity. That's really all this is. And what Tanya and I are going to break down for you is the compensation plan. Anything you want to share before we kind of hop into it? I know I'll tell you guys our story, just so you'll know a little bit about us, but anything you want to share?
No, just
upfront?
excited about being here. It feels really good, and I'm grateful. Nothing stops you. Nothing can stop you. Some things may slow you down, but honestly, just looking to God and asking Him, seeking counsel, He always gives us instruction and directions of what to do. Sometimes it may even be a little bit of a pause, but there's also intent with that pause. I say all of that because here we are today, everybody pretty much being quarantined, unable to come together, 50 or more people at the same time. That ain't gonna happen, but we got 30.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, they don't want 30 people together, but we're together. There's always a way, and that's the thing that's really good, even about the company, who we are, what it is that we do together. We want to help people. We want to see people's problems resolved. For every question that was asked on that poll, we ask those types of questions because we have answers and solutions. So thank you guys again for being here. Thank you guys so much for having us, allowing us to spend this time with you. We're going to talk a little bit, like my husband said, about ourselves, hear a little bit about Dexter and Tanya, and then we're going to share with you more about the compensation plan for those of you who are interested in earning some additional income.
Absolutely. So Tanya and I, we live in Wake Forest, North Carolina. We've been married for 19 years on the 21st of this month.
Yeah.
So she's a Winston-Salem person, WSSU.
Yeah.
I'm Elizabeth City State University, the best college by far in the world. But anyway.
I want to tell y'all, so anybody who always want to talk about them being the best, I'm going to just leave it right there.
Okay, all right. Anyway.
With things unspoken are the things that really, say a lot about who you are. I don't have to say it. Okay, I don't have to say it.
Yeah, so guys, so I say that because we're college educated people. We got married, we've got 4 children, 2 of them are upstairs. We've got 2 adult kids. So much like Avery said, a little skeptical. And I will go as far as to say most men are, because this industry, 80% of this industry of women who make tons of money, 6 figures and above, comes from direct sales. So that skepticism from a man's perspective comes in because we're like, okay, we are the provider. So all we've ever heard about is that provision needs to be made in working a traditional job and do those kinds of things, which is perfectly fine. But let me tell you what happened to us. So we found out about this company that you're hearing about right now. We found out about it in December of 2013. So here we are, we get the call from executive ambassadors, Greg and Nika Scott. They say to us, there's a company, it's new to the US, you guys have got to take a look at it. And I'm sure most of you, if not all, you've heard a similar story like that. So we said yes, right? And then we didn't do anything at all. Tanya had already left her job for Wake County Human Services as a trainer. She was at home with our kids that were in elementary school at the time. So we got a call, said yes, turned our minds off to the opportunity. Now, let's fast forward 5 months. It's May 2nd, 2014. My boss calls me on a Friday morning. He said, Dexter, your job is eliminated. So I was the first of 12 to lose my job. Now, 12 of us, we traveled the world. We did a lot of presentations introducing international travel to elementary, middle, and high school students. So we were always on the road. So when I got that call, we were at home, I worked remotely. So bam, job is gone. And inside everything just dropped. I'm like, oh my goodness. But the thing is a lot of people need to understand that 2 days after that phone call, we were going to Italy for 8 days on a vacation, spent several $1,000s to do it. So immediately when I got the call, I'm like, oh my God, what are we going to do? I called over to our apartment that we had rented in Italy, and I told them what happened. They said, well, Mr. Scott, if you don't come, you're going to lose 75% of your money. So we decided to go. We had to go, right? So it goes to show you that none of us knows what is happening, especially right now. So I participated in that then. Right now, there are 38 million people. 1 of every 4 Americans, they are in an industry that are immediately impacted by COVID-19. So we're literally looking at, even there's a lady that is a server at a restaurant who's used to earning $120 a day. She is now earning $80 a week. And she's saying, I can't pay my bills. I just can't do it. So if 1 in 4 Americans are going through that right now, not by their own will, which is what happened to me 6 years ago. So when Tanya and we did go to Italy, we had a great time, but we had to figure some things out. So we flew back to the US. Tanya hit the ground running with Total Life Changes because we did not have 3 months worth of income in the bank to pay bills. So that lets you know where everybody is right now. People are having to say, okay, I got to redo some things. So Tanya, she started working the business, right?
Yeah, I did. I did start working the business, and pretty much how we were able to pay our bills was through the retail. One of the things that drew me to Total Life Changes, well, let me say it differently. One of the things that caused me to really begin to create a love for the company, because I didn't know a whole lot about it. I just had some experiences. And when Greg and Lanika, our brother and sister-in-law, introduced us to the company, they actually flew us out to Vegas to like one of the first conferences. And nobody knew us. Of course, it's brand new. They've been in the business for about 5 months. And now here we are because they're saying to us, you don't have a job anymore, Dexter. Tanya, you're a stay-at-home mom. We tried to tell you guys about this company 5 months ago. Just come out here so you can see a little bit more about who we are. I walked around that conference and intentionally started asking people why. Tell me what it is about this company. And I'm gonna be honest with you. One of the things that I saw people really seem to be loving it. Now, you always see excitement with places like this, right? There's an expectation, but I am a woman of faith, and I'm gonna tell you something. It was just something different, and you just kind of felt it. I felt it in my spirit. That's what made me start asking people, tell me more. What is it about this company that's so attractive to you? Every single person, every person that I went to talked about the products. Yes, they were earning an income. My brother and sister-in-law had already earned 6 figures in 4 months. There were other people there who were doing very well, $300, $400, $500 on a weekly basis, okay? A lot of it at that time coming through retail. Then their organizations, their businesses were beginning to grow as they shared with other people about it. So money was being made, but not one person talked to me about the money. Everybody talked to me about products. And it was like they were looking at me like, what? Girl, these products, as if, don't you know what you're doing here? Who are you? You know what I mean? And that was interesting to me. I have to say to you, many people talk to me and know me to be a very passionate person, and I am. When I come forth, when I begin to share, the thing is, I feel it. My husband says to me now, I could be on the phone, I'm responding to people in text, and I'm smiling, I laugh, I have it. He said, who are you talking to? What you doing? Why? Because if I send you a smiley face, I smiled. If I send you love, I'm releasing love. I feel it. So for me, I'm like, I've got to believe in something. If I believe in it, I can talk about it. If I can hear something, I'm like, oh my God, that right there, it does something to me. So even being here with you this afternoon, and I'm listening to all of the testimonies coming forth, I'm seeing the image of my sister Chetty right here, okay? And I'm looking, Dexter said to me, man, I never knew that. I'm like, well, I didn't know it either. And so to hear about at the center of her head, I believe I heard 10 years, there's no hair growth, but now I'm using some infinity oil. I'm drinking me some NutriBurst. I got the tea detox in my system, getting things out of my body. All of these things happening, and now there's growth. Come on, y'all. What would that do for you? It's a blessing. That right there are the types of things that we have continuously heard. For me, there were people contacting me that I was able to service. Here, can you try this tea? Now, I don't know what I'm doing. I can't necessarily describe everything that's going on. I can tell you now what's in the tea. I know all 9 herbs, but at the time I'm like, just try this. What do you think about this? Only for my messages to blow up. Only for people to contact me thanking me. Only for one testimony after another to tell us about the power and the impact of this tea. Now, let me say this. A lot of people see many things out there. There are different products out there. There are different other teas. There, you know, for me, and I want to put it like this, because sometimes people want to talk about their product as if it's better than everyone else. You're really going to have to identify and find what's good for you. My son walked over here a few minutes ago eating a big old bottle of cereal. A big bowl of cereal. I don't know, was it Frosted Flakes?
Yeah.
But you know, there's another kind for it. You kind of might have to see, okay, which one is really the best for you. But I will say this about our product, because these are questions that I asked. I went to corporate. Our COO, John LaCara, he was actually here in North Carolina with us. Many of the people on this platform were at the same meeting. And one of the questions that we asked him on that day, and this right here was at the end of 2019. So this was in December, as a matter of fact, 2019. And so we asked him, talk to us a little bit about our tea, because we said what we heard is that, you know, there are other people who've now started their own companies, and they also have their own tea as well. So can you talk to us as to, is there a difference? And they're saying it's the same. He said it's not the same. And the reason why it's not the same is, one, we actually had, what's the word for it? What's the word?
Rights.
Yeah, we have the rights to it, but it's a word that he used for it. But we actually have the rights to it, which basically means that no one else can duplicate it in the same way with the same herbs and everything that we have. So that was one thing. The other thing as it related to the tea is it is a gentle cleanse. It is a detox. It is going to eliminate toxins, parasites from the body, but this tea is also cleansing the vital organs as well. So that's it. It's very gentle. I did begin to hear some things people wanting to compare and wanted to know, well, it felt different. And that's because of something that's in our tea. Number one, ours is organic, okay? And so with that tea being organic, it's a gentle cleanse, and it's not the kind where they were feeling more of the cramps and those types of things in their body from an ingredient in it that was like a laxative, if you will. This isn't a laxative. It's truly all 9 herbs, and that gives it a little bit of a difference. I went into that a little bit because we actually had a question to come up here to me on the platform, and I wanted to make sure that I shared and answered that question as it came forth during the presentation. But that right there is what separates us from that particular company that was asked of me, but also is what's helped us to be who we are for such a long time. And one of the most, and I'll even say it this way, right now, our corporate staff, our CEO, Jack Fallon, COO, John LaCara, guess what they've been getting? Messages. And they've actually had other companies begin to contact them to say, can you talk to us a little bit about your company? What are you guys doing? What's making you so different? We're seeing your growth. We're seeing your people. And there seems to be such a passion and a loyalty. What's happening over there? So now they're going to answer these questions for other companies right now, simply because of what people are seeing and noticing from all of us. And that's what we have. We're in the middle of a merger right now as well. I messaged our COO last night and asked and said, hey, I'm excited to hear about this merger. He said, yep, no changes for us. It was a smaller company, but this is going to be really good for them. So we're combining resources now. They had a tea as well, but now they're like, we're coming together with Total Life Changes and bringing their company on. Those are the types of things that's happening with us right now, and it's really impactful. thoughtful, and
Yeah.
we're so grateful for it.
Yes,
So I'm
we
gonna
are.
let my husband get back to talking
Okay.
a little bit more about the compensation plan. But when you hear this comp plan, the very things that I'm sharing with you is what's helping all of us to generate the type of income that we're doing. There's a passion that's here because there's a true love for the company, for who we are, and for what we're able to offer people, what we're able to offer others, and really having them to experience a total life change.
Yeah, that's good, Tanya. So guys, so the company started with this product. You heard some testimonies about it. So our CEO, Mr. Jack Fallon, started with this out of the trunk of his car and then into the basement. And then comes the tea. Now, let me tell you something. You see the name of it is ISO. There was actually a European couple that met with Jack back in the late 90s, early 2000s and said, listen, this tea works so well for us. We want to give it to you. So that's where that, I think, proprietary rights
That's
came
what
in
I was.
at.
I said start with a P.
And here's what's interesting.
The word
He
proprietary.
said, yeah, the gentleman, it was a couple. Remember, late 90s, early 2000s. They said the only thing we want you to do is keep the name the same. As you can see, it's ISO. Here's what's interesting. ISO stands for impact, action, security, and opportunity. What a great name for what we're going through now. So it all began here. So here's what I want you guys to do. Note these things. If you're taking notes as a guest, please write this down. There are 4 very important things you need to know. We get paid 6 different ways. We have 3 50% payouts. We get paid every single week. And as of around 2 months ago, TLC implemented daily pay. Those 4 things are outstanding. Daily pay. Remember, I said the waitress said she earned $120 a day as a waitress. And now that's down to $80 a week. Imagine what could happen if this young lady said yes to an opportunity like Total Life Changes. She's going to get paid daily. So let's go through these things. The first way that we're paid is known as retail commissions, retail sales. Now, let me say this. All of these things are added together. So as you hear me talk about these things, I want you to think plus, 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 okay? So retail commissions. So we've talked about these products, but here, let me just show you these 2 things right here. This right here, if somebody goes to your website and they purchase the NutriVerse off of a recommendation, and they purchase the #1 detox tea in the world off of a recommendation, this right here is worth $40 in commissions to you because TLC pays 50% of the point value of the items. So most of our products have 40 volume points. So 40 volume points, 40 volume points, and it goes on and on. Well, if somebody gets 5 packs of tea, which is a monthly supply, and then they get this $40 commissions for you. Now, guys, please understand this. We are participating. Nobody explains it like this. We're participating in the drop shipping industry. It's $102 billion industry. Here's what I'm saying. Somebody goes to our website or Avery and LaShawn's website and says, Avery and LaShawn, I want the NutriVerse and the tea. Or they go to your website for all of our representatives here and the customers. You get your site. Let's say you join today, right? You get your own website. Somebody goes to your website and says, I want the NutriVerse and a monthly supply of ISO tea. They go to the internet, purchase the product from you. TLC drop ships the items from the warehouse in Detroit. On your behalf, they ship it to your customer and they pay you 50%. Guys, that industry is worth $102 billion. That is insane. Yeah. Now we're talking about all of our products. So #1, 50% in retail sales. #2, fast start bonus. Okay. Now, fast start bonus, let me show you this. There's some products that I have here. This is called the Full Spectrum Kit. This is our infused CBD tea, Harmony Drops, and Alleviate Cream. This is a kit. Most people join Total Life Changes with a kit. I saw the poll. People say, I want to lose some weight. I want to make some extra money. Well, guys, let me tell you something. So here's just one of the kits, which is the hemp full spectrum kit. This right here is worth $60 to you in commissions. So when somebody says to you, man, I am ready to join. This stuff is phenomenal. I am ready to go. Let me see the kits. Show them the kits. They might say, you know what, I need that tea because I got some inflammation I'm trying to get rid of. This alleviate. I can just rub it on my joints. I'm going to feel great. The harmony helps with anxiety. The moment that they join, total life changes. TLC is going to give you 50% commission on however they join. If they join with this kit, this is $60 for you. If they join with just this, you're going to earn 20 bucks. And look, it's not just one person. It could be 50 people that join Total Life Changes. Guys, TLC in the last 30 days, 38,000 people joined Total Life Changes.
Yes.
So you guys that are watching, you need to hear that. 38,000 people in the last 30 days said yes to TLC.
Yeah.
And Todd, this was before COVID-19.
Yeah.
You see? And more people are coming now.
And actually, there's been even more increase since then too. So
oh my God, it's
awesome.
incredible.
Yeah.
So look, while you're listening, I'm telling you, this is just one kit.
Powerful.
You guys that said I want to lose weight, if you could get a weight loss kit and somebody joins your business with that, you're going to get 50% of the kit. Same thing, 60 bucks. It is amazing. So that's the second way that we're paid. Remember, I said there are pluses. So 50% retail plus enrollment bonus plus, now this is the third way. It's called the binary compensation plan. Binary means two. That's all that means. All of us in TLC, we're growing two sides of business. We're placing one person on the left and one person on the right. And what happens over a period of time, your business is going to organically grow. So if you would allow me, so let's say this is you, this is your person on the left, this is your person on the right. So you are now starting to build an organization. Huh? Oh, now you're starting to build, thank you for that. Now you're starting to build an organization. So what happens is TLC, every Friday to Thursday at midnight, they take a snapshot on this side of business and this side of business. Whatever side of business has the lesser volume, they're going to pay you anywhere from 10 to 25% of the entire organization. So now Tanya and I live in Wake County. There are 100 counties in the state of North Carolina. There's 1 million plus people that live in this one county. Guys, in TLC, we don't even have 100,000 people that's actively working their business. And the company's been around for 20 years. The company is debt-free. And we just introduced a new product on yesterday. So what we're telling you is that it's going to organically grow. People are going to join. People are going to purchase products. All of that equals volume that's going to come up to you. TLC is going to say, where are you on Thursday night at midnight? Let's take a look. Then they're going to give you 10 to 25% of all of that. And remember, that's the third plus. Okay. Now, let me talk about the daily play really quickly. You can say yes today and go in and click a few buttons in your back office because you're going to get your own back office. And you sign up for daily pay. Somebody goes to your website, makes a purchase tomorrow. TLC is going to give you the money. They're going to send you a message and say, hey, congratulations, you've got daily pay. And it just went into your hyper wallet. So you're going to get that money the very next day. It's amazing, right, Donnie? I mean, we get it every day. You guys, the reps that's watching, we get it every day. It's like, wow, that's amazing. It really is. So think about the young lady that I talked about. Tanya and I do Instacart a lot. The people come to the front door, they get paid, right? When we do Ubers, we catch Ubers to the airport. We pay them before they get to our home. Well, let's look at what's going on now. Everything's shut down. So how are people going to earn daily pay with Total Life Changes? So that's the third way. Here's the fourth way. It's called the check match. Now, let me show you this again. Here's you. Here's your first line of business. Everybody that you personally sponsor is going to be placed here, right? What happens, TLC says, whatever they earn in the binary on a weekly basis, you're going to get 50% of that. That is incredible. Check this out. So if this person earned $10 for the week, you're going to get $5. Yeah. If this person earned $100, you're going to get $50. If this person earned $300, you're going to get $150.
Yes.
All of that adds together. The power of compounding. I mean, it's just boom, 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 $1, 50 cents, this, that. All of that adds together and it's going to go into that weekly check that we talked about. Tanya and I, when we first started with TLC, and guys, I'm telling you, it is not a race. This is not a race. This is a long haul. This is a long haul.
That's good.
Our income
Yes.
when we first started was $18 checks. Remember, laid off, Tanya was retailing, paying our bills, and our first two
Buying
checks
food.
were $18.
And this is, you know, we get paid 50%.
Yeah.
So it's really 20. But
Yeah.
when they cut checks, they always took a
Yeah.
$2 fee out.
Right.
So that's why it was $18. So our first two checks were $18.
$18. And look,
But I was scared.
scared. Scared.
Like, you want to try this?
Yeah, I mean, scared. And look, we got so busy serving people. So Zig Ziglar says, if you helping other people get what they want, you're going to get what you want. Tanya and I were just serving people, just showing up at meetings, talking about the products, taking the product, having such an incredible time. One day we were headed to a meeting. I walked past our dining room table.
Come on.
I looked down on the table. There were 3 checks from Total Life Changes laying on the table.
All 3 checks were 5-figure checks.
I
so
said-
for 3 weeks in a row, we got 5 figures just in
Yeah.
one check.
Yeah, and I'm like, what in the world?
And every check was 5 figures.
Yeah, and I said, you know what? Let me take these checks to the
6
bank.
figures was in our bank account already.
Yeah, we don't share this.
Really don't share.
We don't share this. But at one point, we had over $300,000 in our bank account, and
we had even more than that.
And I'm looking like,
And
what in the
this
world?
was an experience now, but I'm gonna tell you something that really felt good, and that's what I'm like to be able to do. I paid stuff in advance, so
Yeah.
I had already sent like a year's worth of payment to I knew how much our trash pickup was. The water bill was average, so I had already paid them for the year. So even coming out of our account, it wasn't like bills on a monthly basis.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Those types of things. So it was just beginning to manage things very differently, and it felt really good, and it was nice.
Right.
And that's what we are offering. That's what we just started offering people.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
what we said,
and
yeah.
offering others. When I tell you that there's no difference between any one of us on this line together right now, there isn't. I just told you I was afraid, you know, but I had to take a chance. I had a thought this morning. I don't know, maybe it was for us even to be together right now, because a lot of times when we get presented things like this and we pray, I tell people all the time, I say, how many people been praying? There's things that we desire, things that we have need of, and the answer comes. We don't always recognize it because we're looking for it to show up in a particular way. But one of the things that kind of dropped in my spirit, God, not even a good hour ago, was a matter about opportunity. And it says with us, and this is what I just feel like God was saying to me. When you talk about success and successful people take chances and they take risks, right? A risk isn't that this a risky situation. That's not what it means. It's a matter of like, you don't always know the exact or the end. It's a matter of faith and believing and trusting. And then he gave me a visual. And let me tell you what I saw, the children of Israel. Now, when that rod was lifted by Moses and he said, and that Red Sea parted, can anybody see that as a risk?
Woo.
But if you got faith,
you just gonna keep going
and he the one guiding you, so let's see where it go. And you move, and they walk right on through that into what? Freedom.
Yeah.
So it's the risk is I may not quite know. I don't have everything, but that's how you learn step by step and bit by bit.
Yeah.
And that's who we are as a team.
Yeah.
All of us here connected together. That's who we are as a team and also as a company. But that's what we do and what we were able to do. And it brought us into a place really of financial freedom. And we're so grateful for that.
We did. So guys, so we talked about that first level, check matches. It gets better. You get 50% on the first level. These individuals are going to enroll people. That's your second level. You're going to get 10 to 50% on everybody down here, and it's all added together in that weekly income. So guys, it's an incredible compensation plan. I'm telling you, the fifth way is known as the lifestyle bonus. Once you reach the rank of national director and maintain that rank for 3 consecutive weeks out of a month, you're going to earn an additional $1,500. So now think about that. You got retail plus enrollment bonus plus binary compensation plan, plus check match. All of this is added together. When you sign up for daily pay, your retail is going to go into your bank account on a daily basis. Then you have this added a month. Okay? The sixth way that we're paid is known as You'll Feel It. Now, I'll tell you, Tanya and I do quite a bit of traveling. We've been doing this full time for 6 years. And when we travel around the place, quite naturally, we get tired. We live out of a suitcase sometimes. But what happens is when we stand up at that meeting and we're talking, and then we say, anybody got any testimonies in the room? We don't even know who's going to share what. And when people stand up and say, Dexter and Tanya, I have dropped 15 pounds in the last month. I am so excited. The doctor's excited. The doctor wrote into my prescription TLC products. Imagine that. They write it in the prescription. We feel it right here. All of us that are in Total Life Changes, we feel it right here. So guys, that's the compensation plan. Those 6 ways. If you were taking notes, write down the questions that you have. We're going to take care of it when we go to the breakout sessions. But I'm telling you right now, this thing is incredible.
Yes.
A lot of people are looking for opportunities. Tanya and I have a lot of friends that own barbershops, hair salons. They got their letter basically from Wake County and other counties saying, shut the doors immediately. Right now, you have until the end of April to keep those doors shut. So they don't know where that daily money is going to come from. So we're just raising the flag. We're doing meetings all over the place. We got 2 more today. And we're just gonna tell people, now is the time, don't wait. Because we want folks to come out of this pandemic better than when they went in. That's all we're trying to do. That's all we're trying to do. So we're really excited for this opportunity. So LaShawn and Avery, thank you guys so much. Anything you want to share before we turn it back over?
We're in it together. One of the things that we often say is to join forces with us at Total Life Changes. You're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. In the same way that we're all gathered here together today, sharing, hearing the testimonies, my mind is already going. I'm looking at one testimony after another. I said, oh, I'm about to start doing some lives. I'm going to go back to what I did when I actually got started with Total Life Changes. And one of the things that I did constantly was I shared the stories. Why? Because they were so impactful and it feels good. And that's how I learned. Many people credit me for having a lot of product knowledge, and I do, but what I have are stories. And when I hear your story and you're able to tell me what something did for you, then I'm able to share it with someone else. And that's pretty much how life is. You know, we grow and we learn from each other, and that's iron sharpening iron. And I'm grateful for that. So again, we want to thank you guys for allowing us to be here. This has been truly wonderful. And what we want to do now is just to turn this back on over to our host, Mr. Avery and Ms. LaShawn Williamson.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much,
Thank you guys.
Dexter and
Awesome
Tanya.
job.
Awesome job again.
Wow.
And I just am so excited. So let me say this, because this is where things are going to really get exciting, because many of you have been listening. You heard a testimonial that you might think of a person who could use a product that could do that for them. Or, I mean, it could be you, you know, you heard a testimony like, hey, I need to find something to help me with that too. Well, we want to hear from you right now. So we're going to take, just a few minutes break, and we're going to come back. Now, how this is supposed to work, if we've done it correctly, we should have all of you in the assigned room with the person who invited you to be there. So the first thing you want to do when you get into the room is look around and see, okay, do I see Phyllis? Okay, I'm in the right room. If you know who invited you and you don't see the person who you were invited by, let them know that so that we can get you to where you need to be. But I think we have it all right now. So we are going to do some giveaways. We're going to do some giveaways right after this breakout session. So you do not want to leave, because someone is going to be, about 3 of you are going to be winning something special. So you'll want to stick around for that, okay? So let's just pray this works. If ever you've been on a Zoom before, you probably never, ever had this to happen to you before. But guys, we're about to do it right now. So here we go. See you in a little bit.
Wow, that worked.
That was interesting.
Yes, it was.
Everybody is here. We're all together again. All right, we made it. And I hope you enjoyed that one-on-one time with our ambassadors, Dexter and Tony Scott. So you guys, you were able to ask some questions. Hopefully you got your questions answered. I heard we have some new preferred customers that are coming on board with us, as well as some new life changers. So you know what, guys, this has been absolutely awesome. That's what this is all about today. So it looks like I couldn't keep up with all of them. We're talking about adding about 8 new life changers to our team. And I'm super excited about that, guys. And then we have customers that are coming on board. So about 5 new customers. So you guys, this has been a great success today. Announce that I just want to again thank our ambassadors, Dexter and Tony Scott, for just doing such an excellent job. And I want to turn it over to them real quick if they have. I'm gonna bring you up. Any last words to anyone? You're welcome to stay on to the very end. We're just gonna do some giveaways.
Okay, well, listen, we just wanted to say thank you guys so much for allowing us to come in and speak. This is the first time we've done this Zoom platform like this. This is incredible.
Incredible.
We love it.
Love y'all.
So LaShawn, the way you guys think is just amazing. So, you know, hey, maybe we'll have to implement this at some point, but it's phenomenal how it works. And we just want to say to all of the new life changers and the customers, you guys, you've made an incredible decision. And, you know, like Richard Branson says, when someone brings you a great opportunity and you don't know how to do it, say yes and then figure it out. You guys are saying yes, and that's all that matters. We are in business for ourselves, but not by ourselves. This is an incredible team under great leaders, and you're going to have everything you need in order to succeed.
Thank you for your yes.
Thank you for y'all yes.
Yeah.
One of our free samples, we have our CBD hemp tea that is the broad spectrum. With the CBD, that means there's no THC in this at all. So some people are concerned about drug testing and having CBD hemp come up in those tests. This one is the one you want to try. We also have the original detox tea. We have coffee. So you just let your life changer know. We also have the NRG. Now this NRG, it'll change your world. I tell you that. You'll feel energy from the NRG. So we definitely want to get you your free sample. Everybody gets the free sample of one of those by the person who invited you here today. Again, we want to thank all of you for being with us. Our goal is to change lives every day with TLC. So help us do that. We love referrals. If you heard something and you're like, I know someone who could use a product like that, get back with the life changer who invited you to be here today and share their information with them. And for those of you who are ready to sign up as life changers, just know that the person who invited you is going to be contacting you right after this so that we can get you in and prepared to change some more lives with us. On behalf of Avery and LaShawn Williamson, we love you and the Life Champions of TLC. Thank you, and don't forget to
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, LaShawn.
Bye.
Thank you, Avery.
Hey, I couldn't resist. Nobody talked about that product.
Just you.
Gotta have Avery.
That's right. Aggie Pride. Aggie Pride.
Aggie's in the house.
Thank you. I learned a lot. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Great.
Y'all did a great job, man. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks to all the guests. Thanks.
Have a good afternoon.
Okay, bye.
Be
Thank
safe.
you again.